Patching it through.
There we go.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Alright, so we're about to actually do the DLC that exists for Mass Effect. I'm not sure what the actual order is supposed to be for this game, but I like doing it early on because it makes any tech users you have a hell of a lot better, and it's a nice chance to rack up some extra points to get your kind of self into the game at this point. I don't think it breaks continuity of any kind, but I could be wrong, so I apologize if people find this off-putting.
Tali!
Yep.
My girl!
I get Rex.
My girl! My little space Amish.
Yeah.
She's so cool. Look at that great Star Wars shot.
Yeah.
3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X-57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid
Not enough wipes to be a Star Wars shot, though.
approximately 4 hours. Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. Can you hear me? They haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing me.
Go, Mako, go!
Yeah. God, I hate the Mako. So, for those confused, there's an asteroid being hurled towards a human-infested planet. And this is actually an important piece of DLC because it introduces some characters, or a race, in fact, that aren't in the rest of the game. And we'll get to those when we get to them.
Well, in this particular game or in the whole
In this
series?
game. They're very important in the rest of the franchise,
Okay.
actually. They're actually technically really important to the game, to the franchise as a whole, because they are... We've touched over how humanity has a bit of a situation going on, with other races not being super fond of us, but seem to be a council favorite. The race of this one's called the Batarians, and they have, in so many ways, every reason to just be pissed with humans. Especially because we're kind of the new guys in the galaxy. We are the youngest race in the Mass Effect franchise of kind of linked species at this point in time. But we get a fair amount of preferential treatment, which some people find not so okay.
You mean preferential treatment in narrative or out of narrative?
Both. You may have heard the Volus complaining about how we have embassies and stuff. We have our own separate embassy and stuff like that. Well, they're stuck sharing with the Elcor.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the examples in the game.
Okay.
We also got given a fair amount of space.
Space!
We got given plants and stuff like that, which some people are not so fond of us having. Alright, so how do I get out of this thing? No.
Escape!
There we go.
Alright, team.
Let's do this.
She's Christmas colored, you guys.
Camo is Christmas colored?
She has red guns, and her camo is green.
Fair enough.
She's Christmas colored.
Alright. These are Batarians.
Hey, dogs. Hey, Batarians.
Batarians.
And humans and Batarians have a bad history.
Kill these dogs! Kill them!
Working on it. That's all of them. I'm gonna play this game again. There we go. Right. Overheat. What the hell's attacking me?
Rex is pretty baller.
Rex is fantastic.
Oh no, but look at his shield, man.
Yeah.
It's a baller shield.
Well, so,
I forgot that we upgraded it.
whether intentionally or not, Rex is a Krogan battle master, which means he is literally one of the most dangerous things in this game's known universe. And he happens to be on our team. And he's blocking my view. Damn it, Rex!
Look at his big butt.
That got rid of him, really?
I have to say, there's parts of these games that just make me go, ha! Time crisis.
Yeah.
Ha! Time crisis.
And that is definitely cover-based shooters as a whole.
And I also just get really, really tempted to just be like, can't you just GoldenEye that guy? Can't you just walk up and pistol whip him? Like, just try.
You can in the later games. This one, I think technically there's a melee button. It does not work. It does not work well at all. And I swore to myself after hearing how much I bitched about this in the first couple episodes, the jump between this one and the second one. But yeah, the number of gameplay mechanics they make that are just general improvements between this one and the next one, it's a little frightening. Alright. Take it all.
Take it all. So basically what we're trying to do is check each of these stations and turn off their torches so that the asteroid cools its tits.
Yeah, for those confused what's happening, the Batarians were launching a asteroid into an inhabited planet, essentially as a terrorist attack. They were using a mining resource to just destroy a ton of stuff all at once, which has been done a couple times in sci-fi, hasn't it?
Well, the interesting thing about dealing with terrorism in sci-fi is that usually,
I'm thinking that the torch is offline.
like,
Was that you? Can you hear me?
yes.
I hear you. What's going on? Who are you?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova.
We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
What do they want?
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but if this asteroid isn't slowed, millions of people on Terra Nova are going to die.
If I find out anything,
I've gotta go. Good luck.
All right,
So
team.
terrorism and sci-fi.
Oh yeah. This actually pulls a little bit into, we talked about Interstellar. But sci-fi is usually a vehicle for looking at the concerns of the society that makes that said sci-fi. So you don't see a lot of like, because the thing about terrorism is that it's very different from open conflict. It's about ideological differences.
Yeah.
And not that war isn't, but it's often more about other things. Whoa.
Oh God. I didn't mean to. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me.
Takes more than one shot to bring me down.
I'm so
Thank
cool.
God.
I didn't even realize you were human until, well, I guess I'm not much of a soldier.
I'm on your side.
I'm here to help. Commander Shepard of the Alliance frigate Normandy.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family, they live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I understand the situation.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with proximity detectors. That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
Can you shut them off?
You set them up. Can you disable them?
Not from here. No. There are manual controls by the entrance to the torch facility inside the blast zone. You can disarm the caps there. One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum. And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
Where would your crew be?
Any idea where I can find them?
They were running checks on our perimeter equipment. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment stations will show up on your sensors.
I'll do what I can.
I'll look for them, but the torches have to be my priority.
Yeah, you're right. Saving Terra Nova's more important than my team. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
One of them got
A
away.
woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers.
I shipped them.
She signed on with her brother, Aaron.
Yeah.
I think his name is. He's part of the security detail. I hope they're okay.
Stay out of sight.
You better find a good place to hide. If the Batarians come back and find you...
Yeah. I think I'll make myself scarce. Good luck, Shepard.
So, terrorism and sci-fi.
So terrorism and sci-fi. So a lot of sci-fi is just sort of about the notion of frontier and about how scary and isolated it can be. Like Alien is the perfect example of it's a haunted house movie basically,
Yeah.
but it's about because the thing that makes haunted house movies less scary is like when they're in a city, right? Like that's one of the things that The Grudge, the original Grudge does very, very well is like
Japanese one or the American one?
the Japanese one, Ju-on. Because the whole idea is that like it doesn't matter if you're in the city, like this thing will fuck you up. And there's no fighting it. It's just gonna fuck you up.
It will find you kind of moment.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing that makes Alien so scary is it's that idea of in space nobody can hear you scream.
Literally.
Literally, nobody is coming to save you. It's what Gravity is about too. Is that idea that the thing that's so scary about space travel is that you have so many less resources if something goes wrong. And that's something that Interstellar actually addresses pretty well, is the idea of the actual risks of space travel. Because the thing about terrorism, like we're in the sort of the era of terrorism now. I at least personally think of terrorism as something that, as far as being a major anxiety, is a very much a 20th century invention.
It's a major kind of pop culture thing too. Like it's looking for an easy villain for a TV show, terrorism.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing about terrorism is it's that nowadays it's that Bush era rhetoric of look at these proximity detonators, right?
Yeah.
We have to go in on foot.
I was hoping I could snipe some of the guys from the range, but I am not so lucky.
Snipe, snipe, snipe.
Nope, wrong button again.
Here we go, team.
Pretty much.
Ah! It's so stressful.
Yeah, this is not a great section. Especially with the rockets. Whoa.
This is so stressful.
Yep. So, terrorism, sci-fi.
So terrorism is very much about that Bush era idea of they hate our way of life. So being aware of that idea is that it's a very simple ideological villain. It's that idea of, well, why do terrorists hate us? They're not fighting. It's not necessarily that they're fighting for country or something like that. They're fighting for an idea, but we also are able to be like, well, it's because they hate freedom. And it's like, no, that's not usually what terrorism is caused by. Usually terrorism is caused by desperation of various forms.
Yeah. It's also an unfortunately effective method for a lesser opponent to strike major damage.
Well, yeah, but I think that's the thing is that
Yeah.
the notion of suicide bombing is it's a sign of people being unable to see a way out, so they
Yeah.
go with the most radical choice.
No, it is, without the pun intended, the most bang for your buck you can get, both psychological and potentially offensive, with minimal resources with some frequency. And is probably tactless as to put it in that frame of reference for those kinds of things. That's generally the reality of it.